forgot to test this. Testing. Happy Monday. The Monday after Juneteenth weekend. All right, I see the thing moving. So just confirm that you can hear me, though. Good morning. I see this thing is still not working. I got to push harder, I guess. I don't know. It ain't right. I tell you, it ain't right. If it ain't one thing, it's something else. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Happy Monday. What is today? The 22nd of June. June is almost over already. Don't forget, not only was it Juneteenth weekend, it's also Pride Month. Okay. Now, I know you probably hear more about Pride Month. You probably heard more about Juneteenth. But don't forget that it's also Men's Mental Awareness Month as well. For some reason, you don't hear too much about that. I'm in the middle of making a video about that, which hopefully I'll have done by the end of the day. Because, child, y'all not doing good. Men, you're not doing well. In case you didn't know, I'm here to let you know you're not doing well. Okay. Is we still free? No. Okay. I'm going to need y'all to help me out still. Glad Tadisha is here to help me understand where the code resides. All right? Because I'm still confused. Now, 6:45, 6:52. I got about a little bit over an hour now because I got to get to work. At least I get to work from home today. I may be able to push it to 8:30 because every time I go and I look to start the show, I see something else. It's just so effing much. This is wild. Okay. But don't forget, crime is down. Yeah, crime is down. Not during Juneteenth weekend. You would think that the colored community would calm down for Juneteenth and celebrate and be happy. The slaves is free. All the slaves is free, even down in Texas, and everybody should be happy and celebrating freedom. There's a lot of people that just feel like, no, this is not what this holiday is about. It is specific to Texas, but everyone wants to take it on because, a lot of the blacks, Lord and Savior, Joe Biden, put it into a holiday. And so everyone should be happy and thankful to that person.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
And the amount of people that I've seen running around here talking about white people, you cannot celebrate Juneteenth. Oh my God. But I think the code is for me to support that message. I think the code says I need the colored community pro-blacks to let me know. Since y'all out here complaining about racism, but then participating in racism, I'm just a little bit confused. You got your big ass holiday from the white man, Joe Biden, and then you turn around talking about white people can't celebrate Juneteenth. Now, I'm not really sure what you mean by celebrate, because, child, what I think celebrate is and what y'all think celebrate is, it's two different things. But the confusing part about it is because everybody's so smart, I'm talking about the 92%, because they lead the charge on all this bullshit. Page 49. Oh, love me some Tadisha. Okay, I forgot what I was about to say, but the point is that it's interesting how some white people are acceptable and some people aren't. So I am trying to understand where it is in the code to understand which white people are okay and which white people are not. Which white people cannot celebrate, which white people can. Now, once it was made a federal holiday, it's a federal holiday. That means that everyone gets the day, whoever gives you federal holidays off. Let me put it that way, that caveat work-wise. So I have a feeling, I could be wrong. I'm not, but I could be wrong. That if the companies, the Fortune 500s that go and give people the day off for Juneteenth, and then then they start saying, okay, well, no one can get it. I have a feeling that the blacks would not be happy because everyone does not get Juneteenth off. But most of the corporations, most of them, give it as another day off. My company where I work gives it as another day off. So are the white people supposed to go to work then? Because I actually have heard ignorant ass people say, white people, you need to go to work. or you need to do something for Black people. Do you see that entitlement and then that stupidity, the dummism? And people out here actually saying this mess and actually think that they have some control over something. And it's an issue, honestly. But, if I say something, then that means that I'm not on code. So I'm trying to understand the code. So Joe Biden is acceptable, but any other white person can't celebrate Juneteenth, even if their job gives it to them. So they're supposed to go to their job and say, I have to work because I'm colored on TikTok and these other social media platforms said that I can't celebrate the day. So you got to make me work, but let all the Blacks for this company be off, but all the whites have to work. So in other words, it sounds like, according to this code, that Blacks want segregation, of which I believe Martin Luther King was fighting against. But y'all want to. So when they start saying water fountain for you, is that going to make y'all happy? Because I got a feeling that then they will say, that's a racist. So you only want the racism that you want. So Blacks, pros, help me understand. So you only want the racism that you want when it, quote unquote, benefits you, which also includes being absolved of anything that you do wrong. Lest we not forget that. Shout out to Carmelo. But then you want the white people to follow all the rules and then bend to your will. Okay. Do what you want when you say you want it done, how you say you want it done, and everyone lives happily ever after. Unless we not forget reparations, even though I don't know why y'all wasn't pushing that when Joe Biden was in office, child. And why is it that y'all didn't make Cam speak on that since she was the Black savior, allegedly? I digress. We'll worry about politics when we need to. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened over Juneteenth weekend, because it was a time, child. It was a time. But let me start over here with some violence. Well, should be a crime is down. But child, who are these people? I just came across this. Let me not start here because I'm not trying to be demonetized, but I probably will be demonetized because this is a mess. So let's just start here in New York. Shout out to the NYC. They always doing everything. They are all inclusive. You got the Bronx and Brooklyn where all the Blacks be at. So they should be happy, right? Everything should be everything. They celebrate, what is it called? Puerto Rican Day Parade. They do pride parades. They do all the parades and they have a time, right? Typically, I don't hear about any issues. Now, I'm not saying this is about Juneteenth, this story, but anything that happened over this past weekend when Blacks was supposed to be celebrating, I'm assuming we should have been getting along. I'm assuming everybody should have been getting along. But over in the NYC, it says 11 STABB'd inside a Bronx juvenile detention center. I know you effing
PD says 11 people were stabbed during an outbreak of violence Sunday evening at a Bronx juvenile detention center. Word about the stabbings at the Horizon Juvenile Center sent parents scrambling. Naomi Ruckham is live in the Montevin section of the Bronx with what we've learned so far. Naomi.
Mary, good morning. We can report now that this facility is safe and secure here, and none of the injuries were life-threatening. Still, many parents scrambled, came here last night, waiting for hours for any answers on what was happening inside.
Oh, all the parents came out? Well, that's good. Congratulations. At least they came to check on their kids.
We want to give you a closer look at the chaos that ensued here. Quite the scene as police and EMS swarmed the Horizon Juvenile Center after authorities say 11 people were stabbed. A source says this all started with a brawl, and then staff members who are referred to as youth development specialists intervene. Cell phone video shows
if that big man can't handle it, what is anybody else supposed to do?
Shows one specialist with a bloodied mouth being helped into an ambulance.
Oh, wow.
The facility source tells us the violence broke out around 5:30 p.m. and involved dozens of young people. The source says some were armed with contraband surgical scalpels and allegedly turned them on specialists who tried to step in. Parents were relieved to learn that no one was seriously injured.
Just got word my son is fine.
Yes.
Yes.
How did you find out?
From a
So your son is in there, ma'am? This is BIPOC.
friend of his. They called. I don't know how they got the call, but everything is.
Oh, your son called, but or his friend called, but you don't know how they was able to call. So they still in there doing wrong. They ain't learning no lessons. You think they're going to come out here and do the right thing when they behind bars already and ain't doing the right thing? These are the people that your politicians are cutting for, y'all, okay? Because not my baby.
It's good. There was no kids like really badly hurt. So everything is good.
Everything is good. No kids are badly hurt. Forget about that guard whose mouth is all fucked the fuck up and anybody else, but they all good.
The city's Administration for Children's Services released this statement about the incident, saying the situation at Horizon Juvenile Center has been resolved and the facility is now secured. The safety and security of young people and staff in our secure detention facilities is our top priority. And this is one of just 2 of these secure facilities for youth within NYC. The security measures are extremely strict here, and that's why some parents are now asking, how on earth did something sharp get inside?
Good question, ma'am. Good question. I wonder if they will follow through and try to get some answers. Good luck to them. I'm pretty sure that won't change, but they're preparing themselves for the future. Let me show y'all what you need to be aware of. Hold on. What you need to be aware of now, even though I'm sure most of y'all already know. The gentleman, no shade. GTA 6 pre-order date has been announced, so it's coming. It's a coming, and I'm pretty sure whatever is going on in GTA 6 is going to help with what's going on out here.
Well, there's some big news in the gaming world. The pre-order date for Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set for June 25th. GTA 6 takes place in a fictionalized version of Florida and is one of the most anticipated video game releases of the year. The game has been delayed twice.
Ooh, did I do that? Sorry. My bad.
Well, there's some big news in the gaming world. The pre-order date for Grand Theft Auto 6 is now.
Y'all, this made the news.
Now set for June 25th. GTA 6 takes place in a fictionalized version of Florida and is one of the most anticipated video game releases of the year. The game has been delayed twice, but it's still set to be released on November 19th.
All right, in case y'all needed to know, November the 19th, child. I can't even believe that this made the news. But to each his own. Moving on. Do you all know Geno Smith? Geno Smith's baby mom, girlfriend or something, put out video, of course, onto the internet because that's what people do now. And it looks like Geno Smith has allegedly been manhandling her, I shall say. It says, while, shout out to the Neighborhood Talk, Jets player Geno Smith put on blast by woman on Father's Day. Oh, no. You mean that man couldn't even celebrate one Father's Day or this Father's Day without you putting this out? Why didn't you do this the day before? Why didn't you do this today? I'm going to ruin your Father's Day one way or another, child, because I'm sure this is all new information, y'all. I'm sure this is the first time this has ever happened. It says, for allegedly assaulting her and not wanting to care for his special needs child, she claims he'd rather watch porn and play video games. So again, I don't know who Geno Smith is. It says he's a Jets player, right? I don't know if he's a current Jets player. Judging by what this house looked like, I'm assuming he has some money. So no one has any help. Nobody has a nanny. Nobody has any babysitters, any people to help, a nurse. So none of that's an option. So now you're just going to put this man on blast on Father's Day, of course. So Neighborhood Talk says, neighbors, this is crazy. Jets player Geno Smith is being hit with some big accusations today on the internet. In footage shared to IG, of course, by a woman named Christian. He's a quarterback. Okay. Oh, so he's pretty important. All right. So then he must have some money. And a footage shared at IG by a woman named Kristen. So nobody knows Kristen. Geno is seen outside the garage at his home as she says she was attacked by him off camera. Of course, Kristen says she had taken Geno's son into the house when the athlete allegedly just came out and hit her. Okay. Details on exactly what Christian and Geno's relationship is still unconfirmed, but he asked her to leave his property and leave his family alone. Written on the video, Christian stated that Geno allegedly spends his time watching X videos and playing Call of Duty instead of taking care of his son who has special needs. So this is what I'm hearing. This is my interpretation of the situation. I'ma tell you, you not gonna tell me. So you're going to go into this man's home and tell him what the hell he's supposed to do and how he's supposed to do it. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. I'ma tell you. You heard what I said? Because I'ma tell you. You're not going to tell me. I'ma tell you. How do you go into somebody else's home and tell them what they need to do? She ain't no wife. If the neighborhood talk don't know, I'm assuming she not his girlfriend, since they're acting like they said a woman named Kristen. And you know these blogs know all these damn people, right? But then you want to go and put it on the internet and talk about what he didn't do and what he was doing and what he didn't do and what he was doing. Why do we need to know this? Girl, call the police and leave us alone. If you don't call, so what's this supposed to change? First of all, now all you're doing is bringing attention, because now I got to know who Geno Smith is. He's the quarterback for the Jets. I don't need to know this. Now I know it. So you're just bringing him more attention. For what? What are we supposed to do with this information? So it said that charges have been pressed. Wow.
She just called the police.
Gina just beat my ass. That's why.
She come in here.
I came in there. I put 7 down and I left. You ran outside and attacked me, bitch.
Call the police, man. This is crazy.
You came outside and attacked me.
My family.
Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about y'all, bitch.
Leave my neighborhood.
You broke my fucking computer. Fuck you. Move. Yeah, look at you. Look at you. Get out of my car. Get out of my car. Stop.
Get up.
Been supportive of this demon and his narcissistic personality disorder all my damn life. Not all your damn life. First of all, don't bring this shit to this neighborhood. If I lived here, I would be like, oh no, all y'all gotta go. We don't need this ghetto bullshit around here. All right, take that shit on somewhere. All right. And so he was HIGH, but you was gonna leave a kid with him. Well, what kind of mother are you? No. You are participating in this shit. We see it. You don't realize that we can see that you're participating. Because really, if you got issues, why are you dropping the kid off with him if he's so whatever? Why are you participating? You all up on this quarterback who, you know, looks pretty big to me, even though you don't want to show yourself. Because I would have a feeling that if she had all these injuries that she would be showing them, right? No. But you want to make sure you try to embarrass him. Now you call the police. Now this man is arrested. Now you're messing with his livelihood. All because of what? He don't want you. He don't want to do what you want to be done the way you want it to be done. It's the same story, different biatch, and it don't matter how much money. Now, he is responsible for taking this bitch on. That's all on him. Child, y'all just, not y'all, most some of y'all, just be out here because somebody got a fat ass and I don't even know. And then you be taking them down, then you be getting them pregnant, then this where you at. So I don't have any sympathy for him either. But what are you going to do? I don't know this man. I don't know nothing about him. I don't know how many other baby mamas he has or whatever. But first of all, both of y'all look crazy, but she crazier because she putting this shit on the internet and she's participating in this shit. But as usual, of course, he's the one that will get arrested.
Gino just beat my ass. That's why.
So Gino beat your ass, but you're still running up on Gino. Do Gino look like if he really beat your ass, right? That you should continue to run up on him? Do you see how big this? I mean, he don't look that big in this picture, but I'm assuming he's a pretty large with what is the word? I mean, he can hurt you. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, but that he could hurt you since he's a quarterback. So he must have muscles and all that type of stuff. So you want to run up on him. So if he just beat your ass, why do you continue to run up on him? Because you're full of shit. Because you want to start some shit. And she got exactly what she wanted, which was for him to be arrested. Good job, sir. You chose a good one. a crazy ass biatch like the rest.
She coming here.
I came in there.
What the hell you calling, your agent? She's still yelling and going after him. Oh, look at this. This is some sort of nice car, right? A Mercedes something or other. You got 3 others in the driveway. You're going to fucking mess up your reputation because of a bird.
Put 7 down and I left. You ran outside.
Listen how loud she is and carrying on. She ain't scared. If you got your ass beat, what are you doing? Why are you not calling the police and waiting outside?
And attacked me, bitch.
Call the police, man. This is crazy.
You came outside and attacked me.
My family.
Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Bitch.
Well, what you running for? All that mouth, now you want to run. Help! Help, girl, please. I probably need to pull that. I think this is funny, actually.
Leave my neighborhood.
Yeah, leave the neighborhood. The white people don't want this on this Juneteenth weekend. Don't expect no sympathy from me. I'm just a coon talking white supremacist talking points. She out of breath from that little run though, ain't she?
You broke my fucking computer.
You broke my fucking the computer. When you get time for all this? So you want to play Call of Duty? Well, girl, guess what? He about to want to play GTA. It's about to come out. Imagine being mad that a man is in the house. Like, this ain't even her house. This ain't even her man, technically. But just be mad. Imagine being mad that a man is in the house playing video games. Imagine that. Imagine that. Any other time is, I don't know where he at. He been out here cheating on me. He going out with the fellas. I said, nah. Man home, still mad. There's just no pleasing these people. There's just not making them happy. What RBN say? I gotta pull that too. You're mad about this. You're pissed about this. You're pissed about that. You're pissed about this. You're pissed about that. Child. Sound like you need to get some cardio in.
Fuck you.
Still antagonizing.
Move. Yeah, look at you.
Yeah, this is a sign of somebody whose ass was just beat. Now I'm gonna run up on him.
Look at you. Get out of my car.
Bet you.
Get out of my car. Stop.
So y'all really think that she stole his money? Thank you, Kim too. Thank you so much. Y'all really think that he stole her money? All that mess that I just saw, so he stole her money. She is the mother of a child that has special needs. So she was mad that he was watching prawn and playing video games and didn't want to watch his kid. I'm sure if the grandmother came over, she would be mad at that too, because she's trying to control something that she doesn't have control of. But it's his fault for choosing this bitch to go ahead and have a freaking baby with. I have no sympathy for him. Not near none. Not near none. At least these comments make sense. I wrote, looks like participation to me. Somebody else wrote, scream, help, them run back. Next one says, crazy part is none of us believe her. Not one bit. Not one bit. This one says they need to have a class for NFL players on how to choose women better. They do. They don't listen. They do. They don't listen. Choosing the wrong woman can ultimately ruin everything you've worked so hard for. Yup. And regardless of it all, they keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. I cannot have any sympathy for him because he fucking chose that crazy bitch. But anyway, good luck to him. Not really. Moving the fuck on. Let's go over here to the update on Walmart. It says Senatobia Walmart reopens 1 week after officer involved SHOOTing of a 1-year-old who is now taken on up out of here. Rest in peace to that baby. This was as of an hour ago.
Today marks 1 week since a tragedy that has shaken the city of Senatobia. A 1-year-old boy killed after a police officer responded to a shoplifting call, fired a weapon at the car the child was inside. Action News 5's Garner Montgomery went to Senatobia today, where the community is still in mourning and seeking justice.
This Father's Day is the 1-week anniversary of the death of Cohen Wiley, shot and killed 1 week ago today at this Walmart. Also 1 week ago since MBI began their investigation into the shooting by a law enforcement officer that led to this death. It's been a week of pain and unrest in this small town.
Everybody that was involved need to be held accountable. I'm not giving up until I get justice.
Sunday, June 14th, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation released information.
June 14th. Oh, no. Come on now. Come on now. Not during our month. Shout out to the Geminis. Not during our time. Damn it, man. Shit.
Information about a shooting that took place outside Walmart in Senatobia. Police were responding to a shoplifting call where they saw 2 women and a baby get inside a car, allegedly shoplifting a box of diapers. Officers at the scene told MBI the car drove in the direction of officers, nearly hitting one of them. That's when a police officer fired into the vehicle that 1-year-old Cohen Wiley was sitting inside.
I'm more angry because the situation that took place really was unnecessary.
Baby Cohen was pronounced dead at the nearby hospital. A justice rally held by outraged Senatobia residents 2 days later outside the Walmart was met with tear gas used by police to disperse the crowd.
It escalated very quickly. No one was trying to break into Walmart like they were saying. No one was trying to riot. It was a peaceful protest.
They're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to do what we're going to do. But I can assure you we're not going to stop until we get justice for baby Cohen.
News of Cohen Wiley's death received national attention, with famed attorney Ben Crump announcing he is...
Hey, there he is. Shout out to Ben. We knew he was coming. It had to be involving the police, the oppressor. We knew he was coming.
Representing the family, releasing a video from Wiley's mother describing her side of the story.
I raised my baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. By the time I set my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots.
More protests and a call to boycott Walmart followed, where activists described Wiley's death as a breaking point for the community, calling the shooting an act of...
Wait, what is going on? Hold on. What are they doing? Is this Alpha Phi Alpha? Are the D9ers coming to help? Let me go back here so she can say, are the D9ers coming to help finally do something?
Releasing a video from Wiley's mother describing her side of the story.
I raised my baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. By the time I set my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots.
More protests and a call to boycott Walmart followed, where activists described Wiley's death as a breaking point for the community, calling the shooting an act of racial injustice.
Our lives ain't worth a box of Pampers. You know, you can't spare our lives for that. It's oppression. That's why a lot of people is upset around.
It's oppression. It's oppression. Just let people steal. Now, this is not me saying that the oppressor should have taken out that little boy, but we don't know all the information. But the part that always seems to get me is that it's just a water bottle. It's just Pampers. So what does it have to be in order to say, y'all need to stop stealing? I'm sorry. Now, allegedly, she did it. The other friend paid for it, but how come we ain't heard that yet? Like, that's just what they said, but there's been no proof of that either. So I'm waiting a little bit. However, I never seem to hear them say people need to stop stealing. Never. It's just oppression. It's white supremacy. It's discrimination. It's, the oppressor oppressing like the oppressor does. It goes along with the original thesis of when I started. That it seems like Black people should be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, and everyone else should shut the fuck up. And then everyone else should follow the rules and then allow Black people to do what they want. Like, for the pros or whatever that want to be mad at what you're hearing, if you took a second to use that thing between your ears, if it works, if your mom wasn't on crack, then you would understand no one ever says that. And stealing, if you were if you are Generation X at minimum, your grandmother, I know damn well, didn't allow stealing. If you were a person who was taken to church with your grandmother every Sunday, regardless of rain, sleet, snow, shine, sick or not, you was going to church. And there's no way that she would allow that. There's no way. So if you support stealing, fuck you, okay? Because get your ass out there, do some GD work, get some effing money, and buy your shit. You are entitled to nothing. You are entitled to absolutely nothing. These are probably people that voted for Mom Domby and what's her name out in Portland so that you can get free stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's all it's really about. You cannot steal stuff. Imagine if you don't steal, what type of situation that you would be in at that point.
We like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff, but then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Because the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff
baskets and put the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Key point for the community, calling the shooting an act of racial injustice.
Our lives ain't worth a box of Pampers. You know, you can't spare our lives for that. It's oppression. That's why a lot of people.
It is not oppression. Everybody always knows what something is and don't even have all the information. It's oppression because I'm Black. She's Black. They're Black. It has to be oppression. That baby absolutely should not be taken out of here. That baby should absolutely be here. But we can also say that motherfuckers need to stop taking shit that don't belong to them, because all of y'all that think that it's acceptable and it's okay, as soon as someone comes into your motherfucking house, if you have one, and they start taking stuff out of your motherfucking house, if you have something, I'm telling you the story will be different. Say I'm lying. As soon as somebody comes into your funky ass house and takes something, then you're going to change your fucking story. So when you support people stealing shit, then that means that you support them taking your shit. You never think about it any other way. You always want to listen to people like this that just say, it's because I'm Black. It's because I'm Black. It's got nothing to do with it. It's because you're stealing. No one needs to call the police on you if you weren't stealing. Allegedly, because we don't know if she really paid for it or not. If we found out she paid for it, then maybe it's a different story. But at this point, the message needs to be in addition to not what he's saying. In addition to the fact that the oppressor probably needs to not be always shooting, but we don't know if she tried to run him over, like that girl that was stealing with the liquor when she was pregnant. And all these Blacks knew she wasn't stealing. She wasn't stealing. She was pregnant. She wasn't stealing. Video comes out. Bitch was stealing. Walk right out on video. You don't know. Oh, okay. So my eyes are deceiving me. So if these people don't care about them, why the hell should I? I'm going to take it on the chest. Why the hell should I? No, because you're not supposed to be taking shit. That's it. That's all. We'll see. We'll see, because if there is, if she did pay for it, how come we don't know that already? If Ben is on the case, yeah. If Ben Crump is on the case, yeah. Don't you think the first thing he would have said, see, she had her receipt. She had a receipt. They had no need to do all this. We ain't heard shit. You know that ninja gonna give out everything. This is what we're talking about. Say I'm lying. This is what we're talking about. The way that they treat us. She had a receipt. Walmart needs to be held accountable as well as the oppressor. And guess who's going to get paid well off of this? Exactly, News 6. You know how Tracy Morgan came up off of Walmart? If that girl ain't got no damn receipt, Ben Crump about to come up off of Walmart and the oppressor. Anyway,
was upset around the country.
Looking ahead to Monday morning, Attorney Ben Crump will hold a justice rally at 8 o'clock to discuss an independent autopsy for Cohen Wiley. Reporting in Senatobia, Garner Montgomery, Action.
Rest in peace to that baby. Inexplicable, I think, is what it says. They always taking kids. When we watch Body Cam and they get caught, or they're pregnant. Oh my God, look at that shit. I got a baby. I gotta go home to my baby. Well, maybe you shouldn't be stealing, and yeah, should have been going home to your baby. Now you're being held because you got caught stealing. Now everybody else is supposed to have empathy and sympathy. You see how this works? If you follow the law, then that means you're acting white. You're a white supremacist. Oh my God, imagine that. Imagine following the law. So now to try to get Black people to stick to the code, because what's the code on this, Tadisha? This got to be a code. You have to believe people like that Black man that just said that our lives are worth more than a box of Pampers. We got to follow that logic with no information yet, limited information. Let me say limited information. So we should just follow that because they Black, I'm Black, and everybody Black. That's part of the code, because I'm still trying to figure out this code. Because you can't stand white people, but you certainly want to take going back to the Juneteenth, because we're talking Juneteenth. So no white people are supposed to celebrate Juneteenth, okay? But black people will still take their days off for what? 4th of July, Memorial Day, Columbus Day, if you get it. Child, everybody keep talking about Arbor Day. I don't even know what Arbor Day is. I feel like when I hear Arbor Day, it has something to do with a tree. If anybody knows, I don't feel like looking it up. It's not that serious. But I hear Arbor Day and I'm like, is that about a tree? Is that a day that trees should be treated well or something? I don't know why I think that. But anyway, don't listen to me. Moving on, child. Moving on. Where are we going? Over here where they won't let them have a Juneteenth. Where is this at? Indianapolis, maybe? Hurt my feelings. Martinsville Juneteenth celebration getting pushback online.
A Martinsville woman is getting pushback tonight as she tries to get the town's first Juneteenth event off the ground. She tells CBS 4's Gabriela Mirando she's still determined despite what she's seeing posted online.
Gotta be a joke. This is definitely AI and sounds like a trap.
Those are some of the comments flooding in under social media posts about Martinsville's first Juneteenth celebration. Some people sounding skeptical their town would embrace the holiday that commemorates an end to slavery in the U.S.
It hurt that some people's hearts are still there in a negative place. I wasn't necessarily all the way shocked, but it did hurt my feelings.
The reaction comes as some community members say Martinsville is trying to change its image as a place unwelcoming to minorities.
Everybody embedded it in its towns that everybody's racist. And
who's in Indiana? I think it's Indianapolis. Is it Indiana or child? Whatever Indy stands for, I don't know. Is this a what is it called? A sundown town out here? Does anybody know?
It's far from that.
That reputation came to a head in 1960.
He looked like Boss Hogg. Sir, why they put that man on here? That man looked just like Boss Hogg.
68.
Oh, somebody's feelings are hurt around here. Stop talking about race. Make me.
When Carol Jenkins Davis, a young black woman, was stabbed to death while selling encyclopedias.
I started at Ball State.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Remember when black people used to have encyclopedias in their home? Did y'all have encyclopedias in your home? Thesauruses, dictionaries? We had all those things, lots of books that we were forced to read. I don't think there's much reading going on now because then you got people that are ignorant that still hang around things that they don't like, thinking that they should tell somebody else what to do. Child, it sounds like one of the 92%.
When I was 17 years old and I started going back and forth to IU sometimes to visit my friend Amy, who lived there and went to school there. And my mom would always tell us to make sure that we did not stop through Martinsville, just because of the history.
Organizer Janine Lee Ferrer says while the online comments are disheartening, they don't represent Martinsville as a whole. In person, she's been met with nothing but love and support.
Well, that's good. That's positive. Shout out to her. Keep going, girl.
It's my heart, that we're able to now, celebrate our diversity, celebrate our culture with people here in Martinsville that really and truly seem very excited about it. It's very nice to see that maybe that's a little bit more of the past and that Martinsville has a new future. And I'm calling it the new Martinsville.
The event flyer advertises live music, dinner, and spoken word. Small ways Lee Ferrer says she can help foster a sense of community. The mayor's office sent us this statement supporting the event, saying in part, quote, "Many who return to Martinsville after time away are struck by the positive transformation happening across our neighborhoods, our downtown, and our community culture. This progress is real and it's ongoing."
I reached out to the police department, but wasn't able to get a hold of anyone after hours.
Look at that town in the back. It do look like, look at it. This is theater. This is where they go to the movies. This definitely is an old town, child. Good luck to that girl. Hopefully she make it get what it is that she needs. Moving on, child. Moving on, because we got to get to our favorite, but not really. Shout out to the Black Anomaly Rising for this video. It's 9 minutes long. Maybe we'll get through it. It's already 7:30, y'all. Chicago residents outraged. Chicago residents are outraged as 5 are deceased and 33 injured in a Juneteenth drive-by. What? Are you kidding me? Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? Oh, yeah, in fucking Chicago. It was a large gathering. Don't forget what Brandon says. It was a large gathering. That's all. Child, miss me with them large gatherings. I'm not about to do it. First of all, I don't do it, but I'm definitely not doing it in Chicago. With this nigga in charge? Hell no.
Our way towards safety, we're wrong. We asked police officers to do too much.
A few moments later.
You hear this loud, I can hear the rapid fire gunfire. And I said, oh no, can't be. And next thing I know, You hear the silence.
Know that my administration is working overtime, not only to hold people accountable, to remove illegal guns off the streets of the city of Chicago.
Michael Blount was home at the time of the shooting. He says he's disappointed it happened at a time when people were looking to celebrate the holiday.
It was a shame that it happened on Juneteenth. That's what's supposed to be about, celebration, not what just happened. You know, that was just purely wrong.
Hope everybody's having an awesome Father's Day weekend, because some people's weekend went absolutely horrifically. It is Juneteenth weekend starting.
Probably for Chicago went right about how every other weekend goes. We knew there wasn't going to be a takeoff, but I'm still trying to understand where this is at in the code, that it is okay in order for these weekends to continue to happen like this in Chicago, and all the fervor that people seem to have for Carmelo, they don't have all that fervor for this. That happens every weekend, especially in the summertime, every weekend. And Brandon just says, oh, this is just a large gathering. Oh, this is a large gathering. But as soon as something happens, he wants to blame Donald Trump. Because, you know, if it's not Trump, it's you, Sassy Strays, it's Anton, or it's Abba Dabba Do.
On Friday, and unfortunately before the weekend was even over, of course, in Chicago, the shooting started. Now, don't be shocked. I know your jaw's probably on the floor right now. Chicago shootings? Who ever heard of such a thing? Even though they have stricter gun control laws there, and it's Chicago and Illinois, both run by Democrats, that place is obviously still falling apart, has been for years. It's going to keep being that way. And this is unfortunately a result of soft on crime policies that I'm hoping that a lot of Black folks especially wake the hell up from. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and react to a clip here where they discuss it in greater detail. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos, so be sure to like the video.
12 people were hurt. Asal Razai is live at U Chicago Medical Center as officers investigate. And Asal, what do we know about the victims?
Well, Megan, we just got an update from Chicago police, and they say an additional man has been hurt, refused medical treatment, unknown injuries at this time. But that brings the total of victims to 13. We know at least 12 of those victims have gunshot wounds. Take a look at the scene, Megan. We saw over 100 evidence markers there. This is Wentworth and 95th Street. Police say the shooting happened just after 11 o'clock last night. So far, they say a red SUV pulled up alongside a large crowd. Two people inside of that SUV started shooting at the crowd before driving off. We're told multiple victims between the age of 17 and 47 years old were shot at that scene. We know two of those victims, a woman and a man, were first discovered by Chicago police. They had multiple gunshot wounds. The 10 other victims, Megan, self-transported to the hospital. We did hear from street pastor Donovan Price at the scene. He said seeing a shooting like this on a holiday like Juneteenth is really a tragedy.
In my neighborhood, where my church is, it's between 7 and 11 people possibly shot. It's tragic. At least one of them is in critical condition. It should be celebrating it. Fireworks should not turn into gunshots.
Does a disservice to the community and what Juneteenth is supposed to stand for.
What is it supposed to stand for? Can someone tell me that? Is that in the code? What is Juneteenth supposed to stand for? Now, we already saw all the people that were asked and no one knew what it was about. So we know what it's about. It's about the freeing of the slaves in Texas, Galveston, right? But what is it supposed to do now that it's a holiday? Like, how are we supposed to celebrate that? Anybody know, Bueller? Since everybody wants to start saying that white people can't enjoy the federal holiday, mind you, I guess when they was asking Joe Biden to make it a federal holiday, they didn't understand what federal meant, right? So what is it that everybody's supposed to be doing, since the blacks don't want the whites? And they didn't say anyone else. Now I thought that the blacks was supposed to be boycotting the Asians. They didn't even mention them. It's just always white people. So see, this is where I be getting confused. So what is it? What is it? What is the plan? I be so confused. What do y'all want? What more do you want from me? I can't.
And Megan, we know a number of the victims were brought here to the University of Chicago Medical Center. Others were taken to different hospitals throughout the South Side, some of them self-transporting, as we mentioned. We know it'll be a long day of investigating for Chicago police as far as looking into surveillance in that area, because so far they have no one in custody in connection to this shooting. Live at UFC,
no one in custody. You guys heard that? No one in custody.
That's what it always is. It's always no one is in custody. You mean Fred came out to say something? Let's see what Fred had to say.
Administration has already begun staging the Texas National Guard for deployment in Illinois. I want to be very clear on this point, and I want to speak directly to the press right now. We know, before anything has happened here, that the Trump plan is to use any excuse to deploy.
Woo! How long did that take? This is all Donald Trump's fault.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
Child, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Thank you, Night Jade. She says, you see Ghana using it Juneteenth for reparations. I saw something. I didn't look more into it, but the grift is real, child. The grift is real. They just, like, the people that listen to this, what I really would like people to tell me what the fuck y'all hear when these bitches talk. What do y'all hear? Do you really hear that we are in the third weekend or fourth weekend in June, 6 months into the year? This is nothing new for Chicago. Shout out to Young Reyes. I see you. And every time this shit happens every fucking day, but really every weekend, and they want to say that it's Donald Trump's fault. So this just started last year. So all this just started last year. So when Joe Biden was here, or when Joe Biden was president, you mean Chicago didn't have this problem, Bueller? So do y'all believe that when Joe Biden was in office, this shit wasn't going on? That now these motherfuckers on the screen always saying that it's Donald Trump's fault? Because you know why? That gets you colors. Shout out to everyone that is here. That gets you colors all riled up and say, yeah, he racist. Yeah, it's Donald Trump's fault. I'm sorry, motherfuckers. Even before 2020, when he first became president. So you trying to tell me it was still Trump's fault before 2020, before he even was thinking about running for daggone president? Before he became president, it was still his fault? These people are playing in y'all's faces and you just allow it and you play this stupid ass game along with them. This don't make no sense whatsoever that this fat motherfucker, and yes, I said fat, Fred Flintstone, no offense to Fred, looking motherfucker, who's richer than rich. He richer than rich, probably as rich as Donald Trump or somewhere fucking close to it. Gonna sit up here and play in y'all's face and say some shit like it's Donald Trump's fault that they have shootings every freaking day, every freaking weekend. And guess who it affects the most? Disproportionately, of course. Guess who it affects the most disproportionately, of course. And y'all allow it. And y'all allow these people to play in your face, including that nigga in the background. And y'all just gonna say that it's racism, right? Got it. Y'all like it. We love it.
Deploy armed military personnel to Chicago. If someone flings a sandwich at an ICE agent, Trump will try and go on TV and declare an emergency in Chicago. I'm imploring everyone, if and when that happens, do not take the bait.
You know, the cackling hens on The View were confused about the Republicans fighting crime to protect Black lives.
Okay, look at Washington, D.C. One of the most democratic and one of the blackest, by share population, blackest cities in the United States of America, has seen a radical decrease in violent crimes and sexual assaults and in murders. We have tried to take the crime issue seriously, in part because we believe everybody, whether you're black or white or rich or poor, deserves to live in a safe neighborhood.
But why does the crime, where does the crime step in? This is not about crime.
Black lives only matter, apparently, when they're wanting to commit crimes against white people or fight white cops, right? That's when Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Is when it's about rebellion.
Oh, but I'm the racist, so I guess, I don't know this young man's name, Black Anomaly. I guess he's a white supremacist too, because we can see, and y'all want to act like you don't see what's going on, or you're so ignorant. You're so part of the code, I guess, this code that I don't get, that makes no sense, because you black, we black. So I should be supporting Brandon Johnson. So I should support Brandon Johnson when he says this shit to another mostly black city, mind you, while blacks are disproportionately affected again, and we should just listen to him and Fred Flintstone sit up there and say that it's Donald Trump's fault for some shit that's been happening for years, just like what Prince says, even when Obama was president. And y'all just allow these people to do this shit because you think so badly that Republicans are racist. Let me rephrase that. You love Democrats so much. You think liberals, progressives, and Democrats love you so much. You think they care for you so much. You think they are so for you. This is why I cannot. I cannot have any empathy and sympathy for what it is that you allow to happen to yourselves. You like it, we love it. The information is in front of your face. It is in front of your face. Nobody said Republicans were better, you asshole. So maybe if you fucking listen, I see that you're a part of the problem. Nobody said that. But if you continue to vote for the same people that are already fucking you over, then what the fuck do you think you're going to get except for fucking dumb shit? Your mom is dumb, bitch ass motherfucker. So you just saying this shit changes what? You're just saying this shit to change what? So your thought process is to vote for nobody and then just let everybody do whatever the fuck it is that they want. This is one of the people, y'all, that think that this code exists. I promise you. This is one of the people that just thinks that black people should do whatever it is that they want to, and everyone should absolve them, and white people are bad, and white supremacy, discrimination, and racism. That's what this person believes. So they're part of the code. They're the ones that believe in whatever this code is that makes no sense, that keeps black people oppressed willingly oppressed by allowing Brandon Johnson to sit there and Fred Flintstone to lie in their face and say that everything is okay, don't even worry about it, and it's Trump's fault. And then the motherfuckers believe it. You see this right here? They believe it. So now go to neither one of them. I don't need people to fucking like me. That's the difference between me and you dumb motherfuckers. I don't care that anybody likes me. I'm not here to be liked by anybody. The only people that I need to like me already do. That's my family. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Not y'all, but assholes like this. Y'all don't know nothing about family. Y'all just think that everybody's supposed to do whatever they want with no repercussions. And that's how you get into a Carmelo situation. And then sit up here and try to say, it's okay what he did because it was a white boy. But then turn around and say that it was wrong for Cyrus because it was a Asian person. So y'all just love to work off of your emotions to do some shit that don't make no daggone sense. And then say, if you don't go by that, then you not on code. Fuck your code, okay? Because it makes no sense. None of it makes any sense. So now it's usually your ancestors fought and died for you to vote. Your ancestors fought and died for you to vote. So then you got ignorant motherfuckers like this that says nobody even likes you. That's y'all's problem. You worrying about somebody liking your ass. I could give a shit about who likes me. You stay the fuck over there, I'm going to stay the fuck over here, and I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do in order to push down for me and mine, while people over here that's allowing Brandon Johnson to play in their fucking face continue to have shit like this on Juneteenth weekend. Don't forget that, y'all. This is Juneteenth weekend. Good luck to them. Congratulations. If this is how y'all think you celebrate a federal holiday, let's me not forget that part. It is a federal holiday that is available to all people, but you got ignorant asses talking about white people can't celebrate with no leverage, mind you, while saying that dumb shit. Because this is how the code works. It's stupid. It makes no sense. We don't like white people, but shout out to Joe Biden because he gave us Juneteenth. So now we can go out here and be fucked the fuck up. And then Brandon will just say, Joe Biden loves us. That's a white man that loves us. He's the exception. I can't keep up with these exceptions. Joe Biden is the exception, but white people are the problem.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
As long as Joe Biden says it, it's all okay.
Yelling against white people and white authority when it is about people doing drive-bys on the street, putting people in the hospital, ruining families, giving permanent injuries through the bullets. In some cases, they can't even get bullets out. It's more dangerous to try to get it out than to leave it in. They're giving people permanent injuries, death. Where's all the backlash? Where's the protesters? Where's the NAACP? And apparently organizations like the NAACP and people like Al Sharpton apparently don't believe that this involved white perpetrators either, because if they did, you already know they would have had something to say about it long before I ever got to the story. But because they just know that this is par for the course for Chicago, they could care less. They're just like, Chicago shootings, it's to be expected. This is what people shouldn't get used to. Nobody anywhere on earth really should just be used to there being, there's a drive-by shooting this weekend, no big deal, a couple people hospitalized, one in critical condition, some people dead. Who cares, right? It's just a miracle, right? No, just go take your energy and worry about making sure that you try to continue to lie about what happened in Frisco, Texas. That's where
Black people would like to spend their time while thinking that they're going to tell other people what to do. Let's go over here to WHIO. Is that Ohio? People want city to act after violence starts to the summer. Oh, yeah. Summer has started. Summer has finally officially started. This is as of 8 hours ago.
First day of summer starts with a violent early morning. All the cops in the surrounding areas responded to 2 different scenes in Dayton overnight, one for a shooting, the other for a large fight. News Center 7's Malik Patterson's live on 3rd Street, where the first call for everyone to show up happened. Malik, you spoke with people about how they feel about the violence that we are now officially in summer.
Yes, Cody. And a lot of them told me that they are not happy about it. The first large police presence happened just right down 3rd Street right here. But many of the
Dayton, is that Ohio?
People I spoke to said they feel like the city isn't doing enough about it. And they did give me some suggestions on ways they feel that they can help curb some of this violence so we don't have such a deadly summer. Sunday morning, just before 1, a woman called 911. She was on 3rd Street at the bar with a group of friends.
Somebody just hit my friend in the face and her face is completely busted.
The caller said it happened out of nowhere.
I have no clue. Dude just ran off.
Shortly after this call, Dayton police sent out a Signal 99 requesting all officers in the responding area to come. Dayton police did not say what led to the large response or if anyone was arrested from it. Less than an hour later, police responded to a shots fired call on Hyde Street. That was also elevated to bring all available officers.
Why does that look like where Big Tiff used to have those meetings at?
As I spoke to people in the area, I wanted to know how they felt about the violence.
I think as long as the people stay bored and they don't have nothing to do, that's just going to continue to happen.
Daquan Hurd said, in order for the youth in
they don't have nothing to do, y'all. We hearing this again. They ain't got nothing to do. I'm sorry, Generation X. What did we have to do when we were younger, Bueller? Shout out to Generation X. What did we have to do when we were younger? When I was younger, my grandmother played with me. That's how I learned how to, unfortunately, gamble. We played cards. We played Parcheesi. We played Pokino. We played, what is it called? Stealing bundles. We played a lot of games with cards. And then I would play with my friends and we would just be in the backyard. We would go to parks. That's what we would do. When I was older, my mother gave us workbooks, me and my sister. You're going to do some work because she had to work and my stepfather had to work. She said, you ain't going to be out here running the streets. You do this much and shit better be done by the time I get home because I'm going to check it. Pity pat as well, Kennard. Exactly. I don't remember how to play that one, but yes, that was on the list too. You make sure you take this out and make sure that it's thawed out by the time I get home, or you start cooking whatever it might be, hot dogs and beans, because I was too young, but something before we get home. Monopoly, yes. Sorry, all that stuff. Hungry hippos. I mean, I don't know what is wrong with people saying this shit. Go fish. Oh my God, you're bringing back memories now. Go fish. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this trouble, remember trouble with the pushing of the dice? I don't understand all this. We need another program. Not near a program was needed. Not near a program was needed. So all this, we need another program. We need another program. Oh, let me just give you a clue. The program means that state or city gets more money, which means they can allegedly skim off the top. And then they say they fake putting something together. Those people get paid to do something that they know damn well they can't do nothing with. So the alleged violence reducer people get paid as well. And then the violence, it doesn't behoove them to stop the violence because then they would stop getting paid. But no one wants to hear none of that. It's white supremacy is what it is. In a city run by a bunch of black people. While you have, what's his name, in Chicago playing in your face. Kickball, tetherball, exactly. Skating. We could go outside. We could play games. Board games were a thing. Operation Uno, exactly. Another program. How about you make people parent their kids? Hold them accountable. No, the rest of us got to live amongst these damn gremlins, and we supposed to just not say anything and be okay with that. Shout out to Wombat. He said, thank you, Boo. He said, how down bad and far gone do you have to be to keep voting for these horrible policies? No, these people don't think about policies. All they talking about is you think they like you? You think they like you? I don't give a shit who likes me. Okay? That's where y'all get it wrong. That is exactly the spot and the space where black people get the shit wrong. They're worried about who likes them. What you need to be looking at is people's policies. That's why Tiffany Henry got into office. And honestly, I hope she gets in again in Atlanta. I really hope that she does. On the strength that she's black, we black, and everybody black, fucking elect her and see what the hell happens. Elect her and see what the fuck happens. Y'all worrying about who likes you, and at the end of the day, you ain't never one time talked to Joe fucking Biden in order to know whether he likes you or not. He don't give a fuck, and then none of the rest of them do. They like the power, and they need you to get them the fuck in, because as soon as they're in, they don't have shit to say to you, and that's both sides. But if you're not looking at what the hell it is that they're going to sit up here and do, then you wouldn't know any better. And if y'all think that those celebrities that's out here talking their shit about Trump didn't vote for him, you're a fucking fool. If you think that all those rich motherfuckers voted for Joe Biden, except for George Clooney probably, and I got to wonder about him. If you think that they sat up there and was like, yeah, we voted for Joe, you're lying. That's why the fucking curtain closes and you can vote for whoever the fuck it is that you want to. You can come out here and say whatever you want, and then you go behind that curtain and you vote for who you need as far as your life, your safety, and your money. At the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says. If you ain't got no money, you ain't got shit. And if you think that these people, whoever they are sitting up here to give you money to make your life better, especially Ma'am Danby and that girl in Portland. If you think that they're sitting up here trying to give you the generational wealth, make you rich, make your life better because they gonna give you free health care and give you free groceries and give you free this and give you free that, everything comes with a stipulation. Everything, nothing is free. That means that they can take it away from you. It's interesting how enough of you will depend on the government allegedly to take care of you, feed you, clothe you, and take care of your kids, but you won't depend on the damn man that you fucked in order to get that daggone kid to begin with. They ain't shit, but a fucking elected official is that you can never talk to. Makes sense to me, child. Makes sense to me. Y'all like it, we love it. Try to tell you something to help you moving forward. Y'all gonna sit up here talking about they don't like you, Republicans don't like you. I don't give a fuck. Most of the people that are here don't like me. I don't give a fuck. That don't change what the fuck I'm saying. At least if you're at least willing to listen and understand. Somebody tries to help your asses without saying some shit like, you should get it for free. That's not fair. Fuck that. I'm going to work for it and I'm going to get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, that makes more sense because that means that you have more control over you, your family, your life, your finances, and everything else. But y'all, what the fuck do I know? I'll just wait 3 weeks to go on my next vacation. Wombat says, and for the record, I've experienced more racism from libs and progressives than conservatives. And I get it from black people. I've got more racism and racist shit from black people, including that asshole from earlier, than I ever did from white people. And the funny part about it is that's not funny. They want me to experience all this racism and stuff from white people. That's why they say that shit like, you gonna find out. What am I find out? What am I going to find out? I don't need to be in the streets. I don't go to large gatherings. All the fuck I do is go to work and come the fuck home, go to the gym, and one or two things here or there now and then. And I go on fucking vacation. Y'all sitting up here watching around, waiting for some white person to say something to you. And every place that I go, there's white people around. They ain't doing nothing to me. They ain't doing shit to me. I ain't bothering them. They ain't bothering me. That's it. That's all. And you still got somebody that listens to all that still says this shit. Child, go to black hell, okay? Shout out to GA in the building. Thank you so much, boo. He said, Michonne, you're spitting fire. For those that want to hear it, and I'm not even trying to, people don't even realize that they block their own fucking blessings, first of all. And second of all, they are so rotted in the daggone brain that they won't even listen. I listen to Fox, to CNN, to MSNBC, to News Now, to Max. I read all the different papers. I listen to all the different content creators, all the local newses to try to suss the shit out and figure out what's going on. You motherfuckers listen to fucking blogs. I even watch the blogs. I even listen to divestors. I can listen to everybody. Y'all can't even do that. Y'all can't even do that. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Not all of y'all, some of y'all. Y'all can't even do that. You refuse to listen to anything different. I'm a liar. Okay, fine. I don't care what you do. Do what you want. I don't care. I'm a liar, but Willie D, the ghetto boy, is telling the truth. Child, if y'all don't go to hell, come on, child, because I got to go do it.
That's just going to continue to happen. Daquan Hurd said in order for the youth in Dayton to do anything positive, they have to travel outside of the area.
We don't have no movie theaters, skating rings, arcades, nowhere to go.
Hurd said he likes the Stop the Violence programs, but they're...
Oh, yeah. Remember we used to be able to go to arcades, y'all? Arcades used to be a thing. Be in there playing Donkey Kong and Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, all that stuff. All that stuff. It wasn't a bad thing to play a video game. Now a man can't even be home in his own house as a quarterback, as a famous person, I guess. He can't even be home playing video games without a bitch coming and telling him that he can't do it because he's not doing what she wants him to do. Child, please. Thank you, boo. He says the white people always bothering me. They love talking to me on the job. Isn't that how it always is? And I always ask them how many dogs they got. You should ask them how many cats, because they usually have cats. Child, don't be eating people's food either. Potluck should have been done after C-19, y'all. Don't be eating potlucks. The only thing I would eat from a potluck is a pizza. And yeah, something could happen there, but at least I know they got restrictions, child. No, I'm not eating it. I'll go through who made this. Who made this? They be like, you so rude. I don't give a fuck. Who made this and who made this? Give me the pizza, which I don't even eat anymore, but give me the pizza.
Needs to be more for youth and young adults to do besides bars and clubs.
Take their minds and put it somewhere else on something active, something positive.
Pretty sure the kids shouldn't be going to bars and clubs, so I don't know who this news reporter is, but I feel like that's a mistake.
One of her suggestions, a clean up the neighborhood program so people can have pride in where they live.
They kill it at a rapid pace. You have to get a mindset of that. And so that's my main thing. I think we need to have more stuff to do.
Jeff Meyer agreed with her, stating he loved to see these things happen in Dayton. He doesn't leave home without being on the defensive.
I've always watched my back, watched my surroundings. Situational awareness, I think that's what they call it. You know what I mean? Just be mindful of what's going on around you.
So we did reach out to Dayton police to see if anyone was hurt in the shooting early this morning and if any arrests were made at either one of these two scenes. When we learn that information, we'll let you know at home. In Dayton, Malik Patterson.
Dayton, Ohio. All right. Thanks, Malik, child. Be safe, child. Be safe. Is this new? Today's the 22nd. Yeah, this is from yesterday. More Chicago, a wonderful place in Chicago. 3 people SHOT during a large gathering in Chicago's North Lawndale neighborhood. Is this the North Side?
Yeah, Jackie, that's right. That shooting scene less than 2 miles away from where we are this morning. We know one 19-year-old victim was brought here to the emergency room overnight in serious condition. Want to show you video from that scene, Jackie? You'll see a few evidence markers on the ground. We counted at least 8 there. This is near Christiana and Douglas Boulevard. Happened around 11:30 last night. At one point, you'll see a bullet hole in the front hood of a CPD squad car. We're told officers were at the scene of this large gathering. That's when they saw a group of people start running away. They heard.
Look at how Brandon has them conditioned to say large gathering. Remember when he came in and said, don't say that. Don't talk about our kids. It's just a large gathering. Now he got the daggone media trained. It's just a large gathering. Okay, child. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that.
At one point, you'll see a bullet hole in the front hood of a CPD squad car. We're told officers were at the scene of this large gathering. That's when they saw a group of people start running away. They heard multiple gunshots at that time. Police say a 19-year-old man approached them at that point, saying he was shot in the groin and in the forearm. He was brought here by Chicago Fire Department ambulance to the hospital in serious condition. 2 women, 18 and 19 years old, were also shot. Both of them also in good condition. You can see officers investigating the scene there. And Jackie, we know their investigation is still ongoing this morning. So far, Police have said they were not able to track down the shooter or shooters in that crowd because of the size of that crowd. Again, the investigation ongoing. We'll bring you more updates just as soon as we learn more. Live at Mount Sinai.
Don't worry about it. Brandon got your back. Brandon and Fred Flintstone have your back. Let's see. Friday, 12 injured in a Friday mass SHOOTing in Roseland. I'm assuming this is a different one.
Mass shooting overnight in Chicago's Roseland neighborhood. At least a dozen people shot, one of them critically. Tonight, Mayor Brandon Johnson is promising a full city response.
Oh, well, as long as he promised.
Working with our superintendent, our CVI, and all of our partners coming together to make sure that nights like last night do not become a regular part of our pattern.
Yellow cards marking bullet casings litter the street in the 200 block of West 95th after a red SUV pulled up to a large crowd and two people inside the car began firing. Police say at least a dozen people were shot, ranging in age from 17 to 47, including a 26-year-old man who suffered multiple wounds and arrived at the hospital in critical condition.
Everybody was just a lot
of... Thank you, my history. Appreciate you.
Community activist Orion Meadows says he was nearby passing out anti-violence flyers when that shooting happened around 11 o'clock Friday night.
Wait, he was passing out anti-violence flyers. That's new information. Thank you, my history, for another Jules, more Jules. So he was, I know this is the same story, but I didn't realize that he was passing out anti-violence stuff during violence. Thank you, Boo. Appreciate you. What is going on? What? So it's not work. Passing out the flyers is not working.
Many people still outdoors celebrating Juneteenth.
By this being in a community where Juneteenth is observed.
Oh, this is the community where Juneteenth is observed.
I think that it does a disservice to the community and what Juneteenth is supposed to stand for.
Some of the victims were able to drive themselves to local hospitals, including the occupants of this car parked outside an emergency room. Its back window shattered and multiple bullet holes sprayed across the vehicle.
It's hurtful because of this holiday and how many people lives were given for this holiday to exist, to see lives taken this way. Hope this is no sign of the summer, and it's definitely no sign of what we need.
Police say
he know damn well.
The two gunmen fled after firing dozens of shots. It's not clear whether they were targeting someone in the...
That's a lot of glass. Who picks that up? Who cleans that up?
Crowd.
We're not going to tolerate the senseless acts of violence, and we're going to continue to ensure that we make the critical investments to not just hold people accountable, but to make sure that we're preventing these acts of violence.
Oh, so you know that there's senseless acts of violence, but you're not doing anything about it but blaming Donald Trump. All right. Oh, no, y'all. Oh, no. Trump calls out Chicago after violent weekend. Oh, no, you know this is not going to go over well.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump and you ain't black.
You already know that's not acceptable.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist. Racist!
Why he have to say something, child?
President Trump calling out gun violence in Chicago, writing on Truth Social, 22 people shot, at least 4 dead. Why isn't Governor Pritzker calling me for help? The president's piercing message came after at least 12 people were in.
He's not going to call you, but he's going to blame you. He's not going to call you. He's going to blame your ass for sure. Now, this was your fault even before you became president the first time, because you know all this going on in Chicago is new. This never happened before. This is all new.
Out gun violence in Chicago, writing on Truth Social, 22 people shot, at least 4 dead. Why isn't Governor Pritzker calling me for help? The president's piercing message came after at least 12 people were injured late Friday when gunmen shot into a crowd celebrating Juneteenth on the city's south side. The president claims he can make the city safer in as little as 1 month, referring to his crime crackdown in D.C. earlier this year. Governor Pritzker has not acknowledged the weekend violence, but Mayor Brandon Johnson did comment while speaking at a rally Saturday.
We're not going to tolerate the senseless acts of violence, and we're going to...
Yeah. We done already heard your shit. Anyway. Let's go to Baltimore. I had a different video for Baltimore, but I can't find it. So, oh, maybe it's that one. I'll look at that one next. BPD, Baltimore Police Department, reviewing video after disturbance at AFRAM. Good old AFRAM.
It's been an amazing event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Beautiful weather.
community, the whole city came out.
Born and raised Baltimorean Janae Harris is attending all 3 days of AFRAM this year, enjoying the vendors and the music. One of the largest African-American festivals on the East Coast. Baltimore police say 100,000 people attended Saturday. Harris was there that evening when officers responded to a large fight, the disturbance involving 100 kids.
You saw large groups of juveniles running, fighting. It didn't really bother the main crowd around the stages, but you can see it on the outer skirts.
Police say kids were throwing objects at them, and they were able to clear the area, but 2 officers were assaulted in the process. Though it's back to normal, now we're told that on Saturday, police had to declare a civil unrest zone to bring in more resources, including Foxtrot, to further clear the area. It led to Mayor...
What the hell is a civil unrest zone? Anybody ever heard of that before? Never heard of that. Lord have mercy.
Brandon Scott announcing an age restriction for the festival's final day. Anyone under 18 must be with an adult at all times.
It's a family event, so the kids should be with their parents anyway.
People say Saturday's
Oh, that's nice. She's so sweet.
incidents won't overshadow the spirit of a festival that has brought Baltimore together for decades.
For 50 years, and me being born and raised in Baltimore and been known coming since I was a kid at the Inner Harbor and everywhere else, so yes, it's special. It's grown. It's really, really grown.
Police are now reviewing video to identify those responsible for the assaults. The officers involved are expected to be okay and continue to serve after the incident. At Druid Hill Park, I'm Tommy Clark, WBAL TV 11 News.
Good luck to them. Let's go to this one.
In Fells Point for the second.
It says mass gathering in Fells Point leads to police dispersal order 9 hours ago.
Straight weekend, hundreds of teens flooded Broadway Square. The safety concerns reaching a boiling point as police say a 16-year-old was arrested after gunfire broke out early Saturday morning. Fox 45 News spoke with residents responding to the events.
I mean, there's a very large police presence here every night. I know that. And some nights that puts people on edge, but some nights you feel like you need it.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Maxine Stryker. The flooded streets prompting officers to issue a late-night dispersal order. Fox 45's Cassidy Stevens is live in Fells with the latest. Cassidy.
Maxine, I've been covering this increased activity here in Fells Point for a little while now, and it's prompting more police, and residents are speaking out. Note, this is the second weekend in a row with increased activity here and violence, and residents say they've had enough.
No, the residents clearly haven't had enough because it's not like, again, this wasn't going on before. And even with Doogie saying crime is down, crime is down. Remember the big deal previously was the squeegee kids, right? He allegedly handled that even though they're still out there. The squeegee kids are a problem. The squeegee kids were stealing. The squeegee kids stole my money. The squeegee kids forced me to take a washing of my car. All that. Remember the squeegee kid? Shout out to the squeegee kid. Now it's teen takeover, so they didn't up the game. So we'll just go wherever because we can just all get together on social media and just say, oh, wait, this the meetup spot. This the meetup spot. Can't have enough police for that. So it is what it is. Y'all wanted to reelect dude. Now you got him again. But while he rolls around in his $160,000 truck, which costs more than the daggone police commissioner, y'all be safe out there because he's safe behind the bulletproof truck that he rides around in. Oh, no.
And just like that, another violent weekend in Fells Point.
I mean, no one wants to get shot on a night out.
Baltimore police say entertainment district officers heard shots just after midnight on Saturday near South Broadway. Officers say they saw someone running and after a brief chase arrested a 16-year-old boy. There, officers recovered a handgun and brought in a 19-year-old for questioning. No one was hurt, but a car was damaged by that gunfire on Fleet Street.
That's all right. As long as you got insurance, then everything will be fine.
Then, less than 24 hours later, Baltimore police say more than 1,000 young people gathered near Thames Street and South Broadway. Officers issuing a dispersal order calling...
Child, ain't no way. Child, ain't no way. Honestly, it's not even because they're mostly black. It's because they're kids, because they're minors. I could not be there. All these kids, no. Freely roaming around. That's too many. No.
It an unlawful assembly.
I feel like some of that is coming way after hours, and a lot of that, from what I'm reading over the past year, is minors and underage. I think if we can get a handle on that and curb that, then everything can go back to where it was pre-COVID.
Video shows crowds.
Oh, she's so crazy to think all that. But shout out to that white woman trying to say that, child, we got it under control. Okay, girl, whatever you say.
Once again, filling the streets and sidewalks while police maintained a heavy presence throughout that area.
To one point, it's great to have people in Fells, but if it's going to be a mess and it's going to be people causing problems, then you're kind of wondering, is it worth it having all these people down here?
With some people even avoiding leaving their homes at night.
This is a tourist treasure, Fells Point. We are a gem.
It's a tourist what? It's a tourist what? Okay.
In Charm City. So I don't want to ever have that like smudge. And that's why the late night, what happens after like 1, 2 in the morning, your parents always say what happens after midnight is never good. It is great if it's controlled. And you as a human being.
Kids should not be out at 1 to 2 a.m. around where the bars are, ma'am. What happened to that?
Control it.
9 in the morning or up until like 8 p.m. I just walk around. And the reason why I feel safer is because there's also other people around as well. And I have trust that like other people would also, like if they see something, they would try and do something.
This comes just days after a shooting on the same street injured a 31-year-old man, and crowds of people swarmed the square.
Yeah, this is a great neighborhood, and the last thing I want is people to feel like they shouldn't come to Fells Point because it's unsafe. And so I think that's something as a city we need to get a grip on soon.
We asked police these questions.
Go talk to Doogie. Like, what you want us to do? And I was noticing that night, Jay. They said, oh, y'all gonna give us credit one way or the other. We always say Fox 45. Shout out to Fox 45. They're the only ones that be pressing Doogie. The rest of them just let him do and say whatever he wants to.
And are waiting to hear back. This is the second week of gunfire and major public safety concerns in a row. What's driving these incidents? Are police implementing additional strategies moving forward? What's being done to prevent the large late-night gatherings from escalating into violence? And is the current entertainment district unit strategy working?
Why are they not acknowledging that these people are minors? What is driving these incidents? Kids. Are police implementing additional strategies moving forward? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Just have the whole police force down at Fells Point and then they'll go and change the meeting spot to someplace else? What is being done to prevent the large late night gatherings from escalating into violence? Nothing. Is the current entertainment district unit strategy working? No. There you go. Answers to all your questions.
Current entertainment district unit strategy working.
Now, the increase in violence is definitely a thing here, and more people are concerned. And we're going to keep asking police what's going on and what they're going to do to maybe prevent this from happening next weekend. In Fells Point.
We'll be back next weekend. Shout out to Cassidy and Fox 45. I got a feeling I could be wrong. But I could be wrong.
This is amazing.
But I have a feeling that it's going to be the same old. But I could be wrong. What else I got before I gotta go, child? I gotta go. I'll be back later though. Everybody that's here, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. If you're normal. If you're not normal, just keep it moving, child. Because we don't have time for foolish people that don't use their brains around here. Not near bit. This is the ATL. Shout out to lead attorney who was on last night, doing as much as he can. Hope all is well.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
So this says suspect remains at large after pregnant woman SHOT'd in Riverdale. So this is not the one that we're aware of. I'm assuming it sounds like it's a new one.
Well, right now at 10, it is day 2 of the manhunt for the person Riverdale police say shot a pregnant woman Saturday morning. Our Lonnie Latang spent some time in the neighborhood talking to residents who heard that commotion. She joins us now live from the Riverdale police station tonight. Alani, what can you tell us?
Yeah, many neighbors are shocked. They're sad to hear about this, but mainly they're concerned because this is the second shooting of a pregnant woman just this week. And so people are saying that their hearts are with both families. We know this woman survived the one that happened earlier this week in DeKalb County. Unfortunately, that woman had been killed. But Riverdale police say early Saturday morning here, a pregnant woman had been shot during a domestic related dispute inside a house on.
Oh, Lord.
We say early Saturday.
Wow. All right. Again, If you like it, we love it.
Saturday morning here, a pregnant woman had been shot during a domestic-related dispute inside a house on Taylor Street. Police say they took the woman to the hospital where she's now recovering. Police say at the time they had to evacuate the area because the suspect possibly had a weapon and barricaded himself inside the home. However, police say the suspect, Jarrell Clark, has not been found. Neighbors say with this being the second pregnant woman who has been shot this week, it's unnerving.
The second pregnant woman to be shot this week. Oh, Lord. Lord. We know about the first one. And why does the first one look similarly to this one? You know what they say in the Bible, that the strength is in the hair? Child, this is attractive to people. I'm telling you. This unkempt, as they call it, scraggly looking hair is a thing. It is a thing. They love it.
For someone to shoot a pregnant woman, that person has to be disturbed, I think.
I would agree, but he was disturbed. Now, allegedly, let me say allegedly. This is the first time I'm hearing this, okay? Allegedly. I'm going to go out on a limb. I could be wrong. That's why I say allegedly, but I'm probably not. But allegedly, this is probably the baby's father. Allegedly. So was he like this beforehand or only after the pregnancy, like the last one who had already deleted someone, served 11 months, 19 years of probation? Shout out to Fannie Willis.
Because that's another life, that she's carrying.
Man, people need to pray a little bit more often, trust God, because we're in a different situation right now. Like as far as how the world is going, it's just sad, baby. And I don't really know what to say, but listen, just pray, take care of the babies, everybody do right. And oh my God, that's sad right quick. I'm going through an emotional thing about it because you just told me that. Let me figure that out right quick. Yeah, that's terrible.
Police are asking if you have any information about Jarrell Clark to call Riverdale Police or call 911. Reporting live in Riverdale, Melania Latanga.
All of y'all down there in the ATL, if y'all have any information, make sure you call the oppressor. They looking for something. They need some help. I think that was it because I can't do a tonight's conversation because it's not enough time. One more. I don't even know what this one is really about, but here's one more and then I'm done. This is North Columbus. Is that Ohio as well? I looked at him as family store clerk, SHOT'd and deleted in North Columbus. This is 4 days ago. So it's not technically Juneteenth weekend, but I don't even know what this is about. I just saw it. So let's hear it.
People in the neighborhood tell me Carl Road Market is more than just a local store. It's a community.
Child, isn't this a Crime is Down episode? Every episode is a Crime is Down.
Community spot where people come to hang out. But after a Tuesday night shooting left their friend dead, the community tells me they're shocked and searching for answers.
A growing memorial now marks the spot where friends, coworkers, and customers are mourning a man they say was much more than a store employee.
Once I realized it was him, I instantly started crying. I looked at him as family.
Neighbors say a clerk at the market was shot and killed Tuesday night just after 10 o'clock. Police say the shooting happened during a robbery. Columbus police has not identified the victim, but Leka Coleman says it was her nephew who was killed. She gave us these pictures.
Tether or no?
I also learned from another employee at the market.
No.
He worked there for about 8 years. Michelle Rucker has been a customer for 15 years. She says no matter who walked through the door, he made them feel welcome.
He was the little brother. He talked to everybody that came in. He was playful, outgoing, and I feel like he was just trying to keep everybody safe last night.
The shock of the crime is still settling in. One neighbor, too shaken to appear on camera, says he heard the gunshots from down the street.
When I was on my way back up here to the store, they had the yellow tape.
Oh, this could be in in Georgia as well. I'm not sure. WSYXABC.
They blocked off on both sides of the street, and there were people just
it's
standing
Ohio.
around,
okay,
worried about this man. That's why they were out there.
Now, alongside the grief, there's growing frustration.
I've been living in this area for about 15 years. It's unsafe to walk down the street.
Oh, no.
The younger generation, they're armed and dangerous.
Oh, no, you cannot talk about the kids. Brandon does not allow that. Neither Brandon allows that. You cannot talk about the kids, ma'am. You mean somebody else is actually bold enough to say it out loud? Whoo!
Down the street, the younger generation, they're armed and dangerous.
This is just a a prequel to what the summer's about to be, you know.
Now, as the community waits for answers into who did this, all they are left with is this growing tribute to a man whose absence is already being felt. Reporting on your side in North Columbus, Annabelle Kinney.
All right, well, rest in peace to another child. That's all. I don't even know what else to say. I don't even know what to say. This was not even a Crime is Down episode, but it seemed like one. So this was the wrap up of Juneteenth. Now there could be some more that I might have to get back to later on tonight, but at this point, this is what it is. So I don't think I learned anything more. Well, shout out to Tadisha with the references, but I don't think I learned any more about this code that does not seem to make much sense, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm sure I'm not abiding by the code because I don't have time for the foolishness. But shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you are still here, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Come back later. Again, if you have any sense other than that, you can keep it moving. Scroll the fuck up. We all good in the hood. Shout out to everyone that donated. I see you. I appreciate you. Like this video. Hype it up. I see you all in the next one.